All right, so yeah, doing the econoline for shadows. I think I missed out because I didn't, these blobby people don't have shadows. Like their feet are going off the edge. Gotta figure out the best way to get the figures with the feet sort of on the edge. And then a thing I'm kind of thinking about is adding sort of color or shadow to those figures. So I've got this Inktense in iron blue, which is kind of their. I've always thought of the iron blue as a similar to Payne's gray. So I'm just going to go into this. I'm just trying to get a little bit of an indication of shadow on the left side of these figures. And I want to use a little bit of a water brush to move that around a little bit. And yeah, I'm dipping the water brush. So I do mixed media. So I want to get a little bit of a mix of the media here. I think this is a really interesting way to add in figures and simplify them without like getting too bogged down in the details during an urban sketching session or any sort of like in plein air session. I'm just keeping it real simple here. This paper that I'm using is not the world's greatest for watercolor. It's much better for pen and ink. The other paper I was using does a better job with watercolor or water media. But we're going to use it anyway. I'm going to add a little bit of a hint of the shadows over and around. Okay. I'm starting to overwork it. All right. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to dry it. All right, that's cool. All right, so this is number 3. And this one is 4. All right, I'm going to grab another sheet of paper. This time I'm going to grab this. This is watercolor paper. Or is this the gouache paper? This is gouache paper. Again, gonna do a horizon line, a vanishing point, and this time I think I want to play around with the ink tints and the simplified figure. All right, and I'm going to start with one figure down here. And then I think I want to do a figure a little further up. I'll do another one. Yeah, I think I really like these like simplified. There's something really nice about just something so simple and how it really does give a sense of like, there's a figure here. So if you keep the heads and then the legs aligned, it'll go off into the vanishing point. And I'm not doing any like measurement with this, just kind of eyeballing it. I did add in a couple of vanishing point lines, but and this pencil is not sharp, so can't really get too detailed. All right. So I think that was a good demonstration of how they get less and less detailed as you're. I'm going to add a little water because these are ink tints, and that's one of the fun things you can do with an ink tints. So yeah, you can really see how they get less and less detailed. Definitely like relaxing to do, to make these sorts of like super simple figures. And also like super simple shadow shapes. Just trying to soften those lines a little bit for the shadows. Although there's something about them when they're hard edged that makes you think of like the harsh noon sun. All right, that was cool. Um, I like that, like figuring out the perspective of it. Okay, so that's number 5.